right, y'all, let's get right to it. Story time, huddle up. All right. The year's like 2012. I finally got out of close custody and medium custody. After 6 years, I finally got out of trouble and sat my ass down somewhere. So I made it to to minimum custody, which is where you have more reg, more day room time, and you get to move around more, right? I'm on I line, and that's minimum custody on Darrington Unit. Minimum custody on Darrington Unit, right? Well, my neighbor, I meet my neighbor, man. My neighbor, old school fofo. They call him fofo because he's from the neighborhood in Houston called Acres Home, and they call Acres Home fofo because of the Route 44 bus that passes through there. So yeah, I met that old school black dude named Fofo. Man, this man was a character, man. Straight psych patient. Yeah. And everybody treated him like a mascot. Cause the man was fucking at least 65 years old, finishing up a 45-year sentence. And he had been on that fucking rancho for like at least 25 years straight of that 45-year bid, right? Yeah, but like I said, he was a fucking character, man. Every time a pretty female CO would work or wing, this motherfucker would be in the day room dancing like Chris Brown and fucking me Prince, man, humping on the fucking cement and shit, dancing like Prince, man, doing the little squeaky sounds like fucking Prince and shit. This motherfucker was like around 6 feet tall, slim. His face was like a 90-year-old, body like an 18-year-old, fit. But his mental capacity, man, was like a fucking 8-year-old, man. Straight character, man. I remember one time he got sick and he went to Galveston outside hospital, and they fucking cut him from here to here to take out a fucking tumor size of like a fucking baseball. They gave him a 5% chance to live, and this man lived, man. But he came back with a lisp, talking like this. And man, like I said, this man was a character. He had everybody just laughing all the time, getting into some shit. Fucking me and the homeboys, we would get high with him, man. This man would do any fucking drug you give him. But I would get high with him on some morphine pills. I used to get the morphine pills from these cancer patients that they were housing on Transit G-Wing. They were already on the brink of death and shit, fucking colon cancer, leukemia. But I would trade them coffee for those fucking pills, and me and fucking old school fofo would get high and shit, right? And I remember fucking this dude be like, "Damn, S.A., my people don't want me to fuck with you, S.A. They say you be giving me too much drugs and shit, man. But I don't give a fuck about what none of these niggas think about me. Shit, I'm gonna get high and I'm gonna fuck these hoes, man." Man, this man was 65 years old, still jacking his fucking dick on the fucking females while they're doing count and shit. I know a lot of y'all don't condone that shit, but you gotta think about it. In Texas prisons, a lot of motherfuckers do that shit. I don't personally do that shit. I don't sell with people that do that shit, but in TDC in Texas, man, and state prison, man, in Texas, man, that shit's like fucking wreck to us, jacking, masturbating to the fucking female officers because shit, there's no movement, there's no wreck, that's wreck. Anyway, Fucking old school fofo, man. Yeah, man, this man would drink a fucking black bag of coffee in one day, man. Be hyped up, fucking doing jumping jacks, dancing like Chris Brown, and all kinds of crazy ass shit. But like I said, everybody just treated him like a fucking pet because he had been on the unit for so long. Yeah, and man, he always had bandages, right? Like bandages right here and bandages right here. And I'd be like, why the fuck does he got bandages right here? You know what I'm saying? Usually the usually the inmates in Texas, they got their hands wrapped because it's always everybody's always boxing and shit. But he had him right there, man. I found out one day, like I said, he's my neighbor, and I heard him over there next door fussing, right? And they still fussing and yelling and shit. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with this fool? Next thing you know, he fucking cussing, man, fucking bitch ass radio, man. His radio had fucked up. So he grabbed the radio and took it out through the bars and fucking boom, breaks it on the fucking, on the tier, right? In the walkway. I'm like, man, what the fuck? This motherfucker's other psych patient. And he's like, say, man, somebody let me borrow a radio, man. Somebody let me borrow a radio, man. I'm a cut. I'm like, what the fuck? That's what those bandages are for. He was fucking covering his fucking scar, his motherfucking psych patient when he would cut himself, right? And man, this motherfucker would cut himself and fill up 2 cartons of fucking milk, man. 2 empty cartons of milk. And if he didn't get what he wanted, man, if the inmates didn't give him what he wanted, or the COs didn't give him what he wanted, man, he fucking dumped those 2 pints of milk, 2 pints of blood on the fucking tier. And that stops everything. That stops fucking mail call. That stops fucking day room time break. All that shit. That shit put the stop to all that shit. So he needed a radio. He got attention of rank, man. He threw 1 pint out that day. I remember, man, that shit was a big ass fucking puddle. Man, that shit looked like fucking candy apple paint, man. Just fucking crazy, man. Fucking flies on it and shit. Just fucking a health hazard like a motherfucker. I'm just watching that shit tripping out. So the law comes and he's like, man, you better go to fucking property room and give me a confiscated radio, man, and go to commissary and bring me 3 black bags of coffee, man, or else I'm gonna cut and I'm gonna throw 3 more pints of blood out there, man. All right, man. Man, enough. You know, he cut himself and used that as a fucking way to get anything he wanted from them fucking bitch ass cops, man. Fucking old school fofo, man. He told me, you know I'm gonna do essay? Because he had qualified, while he was there, he had qualified for a psych check, mental disability check. Excuse me, fuck, I'm always fucking burping. And he told me, you know what I'm gonna do, essay? When I get home, I get that check, I'm gonna give me a fucking ounce of crack cocaine and 3 young prostitutes, man. And I'm gonna fuck the shit out these hoes while I'm fucked up. I'm like, damn, man, you a fool, man. But yeah, man, that's old school fofo, man. I hope that motherfucker, if you see this fofo, I hope you didn't fucking die on us, man. You was a motherfucker, man. You was a character, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody subscribing, man. If you ain't subscribed yet, keep subscribing. And somebody asked me about my first quota check. I'm gonna do a video on that. It ain't gonna be that long, cause I mean, quota check's only fucking 45 fucking seconds. But yeah, I'll do one. But yeah, man. Saludos, toda mi raza. Much love to y'all. From the great state of Texas, Arizona, Mexico, I mean. And fucking me. All my raza, man. Love y'all, man. Fuck with me.